Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, we have a really interesting subject, because today, we're gonna be talking about how much a $1,000 investment in XRP can become. So if you're excited for this, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. By doing that, you're also really supporting the channel, and also comment down below what coins or what subjects you'd like to talk about next. So once you've done that, let's get into the video. And basically the reason I decided to make a video like this was because I got the question very often about, hey, but Dusty, I have 1,000 XRP. Is that enough? Or, hey, Dusty, I like your retirement plan, but how much XRP should I still be buying? Or when do I have enough? Or what this, what that, what this, what that? And I decided that some more people need some education on really what our expectations are. And when I'm saying are, I'm talking about some general things that could happen that a lot of people think are possible, some plausible scenarios, and things that people have forgotten. Because keep in mind, all of this stuff has been discussed before on different parts of the web. But I'm just giving it to you guys because I see a lot of requests for it. So first of all, I got to give a very big shout out to the German investor. He made a video about 1.5 years ago about, will investing $1,000 in Ripple XRP make you rich? And either we're going to go for a title like that or maybe change it a little bit, but it's basically the same subject, but then recalculated. And again, it's important, I think, because a lot of people don't know about this. And I think a lot of people want to know about this. Disclaimers. All calculations in this video assume you're buying at today's value. Today's value in this video is $1,000 worth of XRP at 28 cents, which would get you 300 or 3,500, let's say, XRP. Right now, XRP is at about 24.33 cents. So $1,000 would get you about 4,110 XRP. So realistically speaking here, we gotta add 20% to every amount of money that he says. That's basically it. Second part is these calculations do not take into account coin burn. Well, if you've been around the channel for a little while, you know that in one of my videos recently, I discussed how much the coin burn for XRP could be doing, how much of a trouble it would be, or how much money it would bring us, how the scarcity effect would take place, but it would also not because it's taken such a long time, yada, yada, yada. We also popped up some questions back in the day. But basically, coin burn is not really a variable we have to take into account because the scarcity effect, when the supply goes down, is not really going to affect us. And also, the market cap we're at right now, at the amount of coins that are outstanding right now, which you can't for some reason see on Live CoinWatch standard, yeah, it's not all the way there yet. So in the end, more will come. But all right, we're not taking that into account. If we go to the first scenario, however, if we scroll through a little bit, scenario 1, assumption: XRP returns to historic high in the next bull market, January 4th, 2018. With a price of $3.84, right? We all know that XRP hit its all-time high at about $3.92, $3.84. Some different sources say different prices. And basically, all that we're going to be doing here in this case is seeing how much you bought, which for us is 4,110, and then putting in the price, which for all-time high is $3.84. We can also do that with my retirement normally sheet like this, since we just put in the amount of XRP here, which is 4,110, and then the price we predict is about, what was it now, $3.92 or something like that, which would give us about $16,000 in return. Please keep in mind it says euro here. I think it's just because I am in Europe, normally just euro. I don't know how to change it to dollar because I did with this one. I have no idea, but you just calculate this as if it was dollars, right? It's the same thing, so it shouldn't matter too much. Right here, it would have been worth $13,000. So basically what this has already said is that if you bought back in September 2018, or you bought now would give you a better position. It's really interesting to take a look at that as well. Right now, you would have already gotten 20% extra or $3,000 more in your return, which is definitely pretty interesting. Now, second scenario, assumption. The total cryptocurrency market reaches $5 trillion. XRP remains in third position, making up about 5% of the total market cap. And again, big shout out to the German investor. We're not seeing many of his things anymore. I don't know if he completely quit or he's just, busy with other things, because I've not seen him pop up as many times anymore. But it must have taken some effort to make this whole thing. I don't know if he got it or made it himself, but really props, because it's really looking quite good. Okay, the crypto market reaches $5 trillion in total market cap. Almost anybody will agree that that will happen. XRP remains in third position, making up about 5% of total market cap. XRP market cap would then be about $250 billion with roughly 40 billion XRP in circulation. The XRP price would then be $6.25. If we calculate that, $6.25, that would bring us to, I need to do a comma. This is Europe. That would bring us to about $25,500 if that were to happen. For just a 1,000 investment, keep that in mind. So that's another pretty interesting and crazy return, just like that. If we scroll through to scenario number 3, if we can find it, the total crypto market reaches $10 trillion. XRP remains in the third position, making up about 5% of the total market cap. Well, obviously, exactly the same calculation applies, times 2, which would give us about $51,000. We'll go to about 1250, about $51,000, $51.4 thousand. Really insane if you see it like that. If the crypto market goes to about 10 trillion, that's already where we're at right then. If XRP keeps a percentage of about 5% of total market cap. Right now, XRP is 10 billion out of 260. So we'll just count that as valid, as something that definitely could happen if the bull market were to get back and hop in. So definitely not a strange prediction, definitely something that's really on there on the pipeline. And again, this video is to give you guys some perception of what's possible, not necessarily what I'm expecting to happen really soon, not really trying to give you guys hopium or anything like that, just trying to show you guys some scenarios that are possible and to maybe burst a couple bubbles, because still, even if we get to 10 trillion crypto market and XRP takes 5%, $1,000 is not going to get you to $1 million. Maybe it's bursting your bubble, I don't know, but I'm just showing you guys some scenarios here to make sure everybody's on the same line and we all got some cool information. So, assumption. And by the way, if you're enjoying this, make sure you press the like button and subscribe for more videos like this or other general crypto news. Assumption. The total crypto market cap reaches $50 trillion. XRP remains in third position, making up about 5% of the total market cap. This is very out there. Crypto would make up more than 50% of the money in the world. Well, I would not state that it could take up 50% of the money in the world, cryptocurrency, but I could state that $50 trillion at one point in the future could happen. Why am I saying that? Because global wealth changes. At one point, $50 trillion is not going to be worth anything anymore, right? Because if you just check back 100 years from now, if you check back 100 years ago and check prices right now, prices have changed ridiculously, right? Prices on its own have changed, but also real GDP has changed. Things change over time, everything changes and everything becomes more expensive and all those numbers inflate, they will all go up. It will keep happening, and at one point in the future, $50 trillion is going to be, the equivalent of $50 billion. Might take a very long time, but hopefully you guys get the idea right then and there. So that's why I'm thinking 50 trillion could happen at one point in the future, but that would bring the XRP price to about 62.5, so $62.50, which would give your investment roughly get your investment to roughly $250,000, aka $250,000. And then that's the scenario of XRP still staying in third place with about the same ratio of about 5% of the total market cap. Keep in mind, if XRP were to take up 10% of the total market cap, it will be another, double of this. So it will go to about, let's say, $125, which would get you to $500,000. And then if XRP were to take up, 20%, you can guess for yourself what it would get you to. It's another doubling, which should get you to $250 per coin to $1 million. This is a dream scenario, yes, very far in the future indeed, but it's just to give you guys an idea, not necessarily saying this is going to happen anytime soon or anything like that. Please take it to consideration. This is not to make you guys all hyped up, not to make you buy, but just to give you guys some perception of what would happen when. Because again, some people don't think about this ever. Some people don't have an exit strategy. And that's why I made a video, which you can just most likely see in the sidebar of one of my videos, or just check my channel on how much XRP you need to retire and things like that, and the exit strategy and whatnot. Assumption 5. Total crypto market cap reaches $10 trillion, but XRP becomes the top crypto, making up 50% of the market cap. So that would place XRP at number 1 instead of Bitcoin. Bitcoin were to get to number 2, and it would take up about 50% of the market cap. So that would actually be a little bit worse than Bitcoin has right now. That will most likely be the case, however, because Bitcoin and XRP might be competing. Right now, Bitcoin has about 64% of a dominance, meaning that out of the complete market cap, Bitcoin takes up about 64%. If XRP were to take up 50% out of a $10 trillion market, XRP's market cap would be around $5 trillion, of course 50% of the total, which will put XRP price at about $125. $125 would get us to about, as we saw before, $500,000. And that's again just expecting the crypto market to reach 10 trillion and XRP becoming the number 1 coin. If you think that's possible, hey, then that's the outlook. If you don't think it's possible, then all right, just look at one of the other predictions. SBI CEO Yoshitaka Kitao predicts a $10 XRP in the near future based on Ripple's partnerships and their product adoption, and currently values the tokens at the price point. So he actually said at one point that the price the tokens were at was the good price, the price it should be at, but in the future, it was going to get to $10. And it's really simple for anybody just to calculate how much it will be at $10, because if you invest $1,000, well, it's going to be times, well, let's just quickly check for anybody who doesn't want to do the calculating. You get yourself 4,110 XRP, and the price of $10, as you would probably guess already, gives you 41,100 XRP, or basically your money times 40. As we could have said the price right now is 25 cents to make everything easier, but why do easy when you can do difficult, right? Why do that? Right, it's a plausible scenario. $10 per coin is something really a lot of people see as possible. If you don't, make sure you put it in the comment section, and let's see what everybody thinks on that. Let's see. Scenario number 7. Assumption. Ripple solves 10% of the $24 trillion problem caused by SWIFT. The crypto markets mature and start pricing tokens according to standard financial valuation models. 2 years pass. XRP price, $334. And again, the rest is the same. He also has a source right there. I guess you can check it out if you want to. He says $334 if that were to occur. $334 would place us at, wow, a whopping $1.4 million if that were to happen. Now, I personally see these scenarios that are coming here, scenario number 7 and scenario number 8 here, solving this $1 trillion problem, $24 trillion problem, as something that's not really to occur, or at least not in this way. I also don't think XRP takes up the value instantly like they're explaining here. I've done a full video explaining this already a long time ago, but even though I can kind of see where prices like this are hypothetically possible and they might happen in the future, I'm not personally expecting it to do so, and also personally not kind of hoping for it, not really waiting for it at all. because as you guys saw in my previous video, I have a different exit strategy. I have a different plan with how I want to, cash out every time. And again, all that can be seen in one of my previous videos. I made it today, this morning, so it'll be easy to find on my channel if you want to watch it. But all these prices that are here, scenario 7, scenario 8, I'm not for that, right? 3 years pass, Ripple solves 10% of the $24 trillion problem caused by Swift. Crypto markets mature and start pricing tokens according to the standard financial valuation model. 3 years pass. I don't buy that. Don't see it happening too much, and I don't think valuations are going to be working like that. I explained to you guys prior, but some people are of that expectation, and yeah, basically the conclusion he makes here is that even investing a relatively small amount of money, you can make a real life-changing profit investing in XRP, according to all credible price predictions. And again, all have their own legitimacy, all have their own story. He does have a good point. The crypto or the German investor here has a good point. All of these have their own perks. All of these have their own legitimacy / likelihood of occurring. In every realistic future scenario, your investment will at least multiply by about 13. Well, of course, not every realistic future scenario, but in this case, some of the ones that he showcased, your money will at least multiply by 13. And it's also reasonable to assume that your money times 13 is possible, right? If we look at any of the bigger companies as values in stocks, even though stocks and digital assets are not the same thing, times 13 in your money is not the craziest thing. It has happened tons of times, and I'm also never going to be saying that that's not possible, especially for cryptocurrency. I think all these coins will do times 16 in the future, and times 13, whatever. We don't know which of these predictions will turn out to be accurate or how long it will take, but the consensus is clear. If nothing goes terribly wrong with the markets or with XRP as a company, or Ripple as a company or XP as a token, the value will go up significantly. End of the story. Well, basically, I agree. I don't agree with the latter part by saying that if nothing happens to stock. I personally, like I said in my previous video, think that if stock goes bad, like right now, we're kind of on the edge of another recession after 12 years, that crypto will do good. Because traditionally, everybody looks for safe havens because they want to get their money out of stocks. They want to get their money into something safe. Apple, for example, if you check out their TradingView website, they've taken a big dent, and a lot of these big stock companies or big, almost $1 trillion valuation companies are taking a big hike. Just type in Dow Jones, check the indexes, check everything. You'll see most of the things are down. Right now, there's a big pandemic, epidemic, whatever, of the corona. And yeah, it could be that causes a lot of these things. It could be that it causes the next big bull run in crypto. Could be that it causes crypto to plow down to $1,000 per coin, or for Bitcoin then, for $2,000 per coin. Could be that, nobody's going to be mining crypto anymore because of something. Maybe China is going to do something crazy right now because of this whole virus and whole, not many people will go to work anymore type of ordeal. A lot of things can be happening. A lot of things can be happening. Maybe because of this disease, a lot of other diseases will pop up, or I should say virus actually. Maybe a lot of new things will pop up, which will get more people sick, and which will affect them more and more and more, which will make people not go to work, which will make stock prices fall, and so forward and so on. A lot of things could happen which we do not have control over. Media has a lot of control over this, though, because they can manipulate things how they want to, and it's just a question of whether you believe in that or not. It could be the case that stock prices are just going to go plummet and crypto will do good. It could be that stocks are just having a little bit of a dip but will recover, and that the recession is going to be in about 3 years or 1 year or 10 months. Who knows? Nobody does, and it's really going to be interesting to see exactly what's going to be occurring here. But I'm watching with a keen eye, guys. And I think the investment in any of these cryptos at the top here is still a very smart one to make. Even though this is not financial advice, and I'm not trying to push you guys on buying anything, just because I really don't care if you do, right? If you buy, it's not going to help me at all. This video is just for entertainment and informational purposes only, because yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool to check out. It's cool to talk about this type of stuff. I think it's cool to educate yourself, and it's a must if you're doing anything in the crypto space, because it involves money. And being not so educated and working with a lot of money or trying to earn a lot of money, they don't really go into the same corner too well. So make sure you educate yourself all the time. Learn something new every day should be the motto. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Thank you all for watching and have a very, very nice day, everybody.